Hello, boys and girls. It is Wednesday, May 20th, and here is the work you have for Mrs. Brenton today. Before we start, here's a quick look at our calendar. So today is May 20th, which is the last day that the district wants us delivering you any new instruction. Anything for the rest of the year is expected to be fun or review work. So today is kind of like our last real big school day. The next 2 days are district catch-up days. So if there's any work that you still need to finish up, a lot of you will probably still be working on book 3. Or if there's anything you haven't submitted yet, the district is really hoping that all of your grown-ups will have your work submitted by May 22nd. So please, if you haven't done that already, do your best to get as much of that in during those 2 days. All right, so before we continue talking about the rest of the school year, let's get started with what we have to do today. So our checklist, you have your morning message, reader's workshop, writing, centers, and guided reading. And today, because it's Wednesday, I'll be meeting with my yellow homeroom friends on Zoom, and blue friends, you're picking one of those leveled reading passages. So here is our last morning message of the year. Woohoo! It's your last letter to fix up. So again, put that date at the top, May 20th, 2020. And the letter reads, Dear Super Scholars, I love recess. My friends and I always run to the slide first. We love to go down it as fast as we can. What do you like to do at recess? Sincerely yours, Mrs. Brenton. And when you're done fixing up that letter, I want you to see if you can come up with some more words with the S blend SL, SL, which makes that soul sound. So we already have slide in the letter. See if you can come up with a few more and write them on those lines below. When you're done with that, we've got 2 sentence fixers. Again, we've been working with question words, so we've got a how sentence and a why sentence. See if you can arrange those words and punctuation to fix those sentences up. And when you're done doing that, there's a question for you at the bottom which says, what makes you mad? And I can answer that one real quickly. It's coronavirus. All right, so for Reader's Workshop today, we are going to read another Karen Kaufman Orloff book. So we read one of these books when we were doing our opinion writing, and we read the really funny one, I Want a Pet. And remember, the boy wants his neighbor's alligator, and everybody really loved that book. So this is another book in that series, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. You can click on that YouTube link below to listen to the story read aloud. And when you're done, I want you to be thinking about a few things. What was the author's purpose? What are some of the reasons that Alex wanted a new room, and what did his mom give him as the answer? And if you could design a new room for yourself, what would it look like? If you want, you can draw a picture of your room and share it with us. But again, that's not a requirement. Just a fun story to listen to and some good thinking to do when you're done. One of the things I want you to focus the most energy today on is that third and final book. Remember, this is the book that you're going to be showing your reading group. And this book is really the culmination of all of your work since we've been home. And this one is really going to show me how your writing has improved over the last couple months since we've been together. So finish up that third book and then practice reading it. The more you practice, the better it's going to sound. So when you read it to all of us, you'll be able to read it fluently, read it like a teacher, lots of good expression. I'm really looking forward to seeing how these series continues. I'm seeing so much really great creative work. So spend most of your energy today on that writing. For guided reading, I'll be meeting with yellow group friends on Zoom. Assignments are going to be made through Epic and will also be posted on Class Dojo. Blue group friends, you can choose one of those leveled reading passages. Just read it and answer the questions. Your center options again this week are the word sort, practicing writing your sight words. You can also listen to the story A Morning to Polish and Keep on Epic. I've assigned that to everybody, so you should be able to find that easily. You can fix up the dates here, or you can fix up the sentences with the correct punctuation. And of course, you can do all of these things for extra practice. And your final option is our makerspace challenge this week, which is making flowers out of plastic bottles. A reminder that for social studies this week, we're learning about Memorial Day and using that time to thank those who have been on the front lines of our country's coronavirus response. So I talked a little bit about these on Monday, but just to remind you, you can do a sidewalk thank you sign, which I've seen a lot of friends do and post, and they look great. And I'm sure they're making lots of smiles all over your neighborhood. So good job to friends who have done those already. You can also make a care package or do a little social media shout out. So pick one of those things, and then you can post a picture in Class Dojo to show me what you did. All right, so just a few reminders and announcements. Next week, you're going to be presenting that book 3 of your series to your reading groups. Friends, in my yellow homeroom, you're going to be doing that on Wednesday because we don't have school on Monday. My blue friends are going to be presenting on Friday. So remember, practice reading that book so you can read it for us nice and fluently during our time together. And for your grown-ups to know, I'll be posting Zoom links and a Zoom schedule just as soon as I can, and definitely before the end of the week. A reminder to get those guided reading books together. And that brings me sort of to our next announcement, which is that Mr. Manus has been making lots of plans for the end of the year, and they're starting to finalize those plans. So I want you to get those guided reading books together because we're coming up really quick on that time when you're going to need to start bringing them back to the school. So let's talk a little bit about what the next couple weeks are going to look like. All right, this is the part of the video where you may want to go grab your grown-ups. So when we're looking at the month of May, we're already done that first, second, and third week. And it's the 20th, so we're halfway through that fourth week of May. Let's take a look now at what we really need to focus on for the rest of the year. So on May 21st and 22nd, like I said before, these are district catch-up and turn-in days. So the district is really hoping that you guys will have all of your work posted by the 22nd because teachers have to have their grades in by the 27th. And if we don't have that work, we can't give you a grade. So make sure your grown-ups are posting that work. Monday, May 25th, school is closed. So that is a day for you to take a break, a nice 3-day weekend. And Friday, May 29th is a bad weather makeup day. So there's no instruction, but we have you guys doing a memory book that week, which is something that you can either save and do a little bit that day, or you can do a little bit every day, or you can do all one day, whatever works best for you. So it's still a student work day. It's just not a day that teachers are going to be delivering instruction. Now let's take a look over here at June. So June 1st and 2nd are the days that Mr. Manus wants students and parents to drop off anything that belongs to the school and needs to be returned. And this will also be your chance to pick up anything that you left in the classroom. So Maestra Yahira and I are going to be putting together your bags. They're going to have all of your notebooks and supplies and things that you might have left in the classroom, any work that you might have left in the classroom. All of that is being put in a bag for you. And on those 2 days, there are some windows of time where you and your grown-ups can come and pick up those materials. So on Monday, there are 2 pickup drop-off times, and that's 11 to 1 and 4 to 6. And on Tuesday, you can either come really early from 7 to 9 or a little bit later from 11 to 1. Also that week on Tuesday, June 2nd is Virtual Related Arts Day. So stay tuned for announcements from your related art teachers. They've got lots of fun virtual activities planned for that day. And Wednesday, June 3rd is going to be our end of the year parade. So Mr. Manus is going to be sending out some emails with more information about that. But for now, you can just kind of pencil that in on your calendar as a day that you can come drop by the school. You're going to have to stay in your car, and teachers are going to have to stay in designated spots. Nobody's allowed to get out and hug or high five or anything like that. We're going to keep our distance, but it's a good way for us to be able to wave, blow kisses, say goodbye to each other before the end of school. So June 3rd, again, from 5:30 to 7 will be our end of the year parade. And just stay tuned for Mr. Manus's emails. He's going to be sending out more information about that shortly. All right, so again, don't forget to post that work. Hoping to see most of it, if not all of it, by the 22nd so that teachers can do their grading. I am so proud of you guys, and I'm really super looking forward to listening to you read your third book. So do some good work today.